Oh boy, I have a lot of Pokedex updates to talk about. First of all, I managed to trade over the other two starters. So now I have a Bulbasaur. I raised it to level 16 when it evolved into Ivysaur. Similarly, I traded over a Charmander from Leaf Green version and raised it to level 16 until it evolved into Charmeleon. Now I have all three starters. Isn't that special? My Ekans evolved into an Arbok at level 22, and also at level 22, the Sandshrew I traded from Leaf Green version evolved into a Sandslash. I used two of the Moonstones to evolve Nidorina into Nidoqueen, and Nidorino into Nidoking. Next, the Zubat I caught evolved into Golbat at level 22. And I also evolved the Oddish I captured in the last video into Gloom. My Paras evolved into a Parasect at level 24. And finally, also I caught a Meowth off screen. Just wanted to mention that. Finally, I traded over a Bellsprout from Leaf Green version and evolved it into Weepinbell after some training. So those are all of the updates I have to report on. I'm now up to 44 out of 150. I am almost a third of the way there, so I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. But without further ado, what's happening, guys? My name is Adam, aka Speedy Spectrum, and welcome back to Let's Play and Dub Pokemon Fire Red version. We're gonna get things started off by collecting two hidden items here in Route 6. A citrus berry, and on the other side, a rare candy. Very nice. In the last episode, we visited Bill and obtained an SS ticket from him, and we also defeated Misty, the Vermilion City gym leader, and from her we obtained the Cascade badge. 2 badges down and 6 to go. In this episode, we are going to explore Vermilion City and enter a new area, but first, I want to check this square right here because if memory serves, yes, there is a max ether. Very nice. That will fully restore the PP of all of our attacks on one Pokemon? I'm not sure. I just got to double check on that. So let's go down and yes, fully restored a selected moves. Okay, so it's only one attack on a Pokemon. We're going to get things started by entering the Pokemon Center. And we want to talk to this person right here. The urge to battle with someone you've tangled with before. Yes, I have had that urge. And she is going to give us the Versus Seeker. This item will allow us to challenge certain trainers that we have battled before to rematches. Granted, it won't work on the gym leaders or any other significant trainer, but as for all the minor trainers, yeah, some of them will want to have another battle with us, so that's rather nice. We're going to head right in here, and inside is the Fishing Guru. I'm the Fishing Guru. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Well, I guess we do. He likes our style, and in gratitude, he's going to give us the Old Rod. The Old Rod will allow us to go fishing for certain Pokemon. Except the thing is, the only Pokemon the Old Rod will catch is Magikarp. If you remember, way back in Route 4, there was a guy who was going to sell us Magikarp, but we turned down his offer, so I think now is the perfect time to go over Magikarp in a bio. Magikarp is number 129 in the Pokedex, and its Pokedex entry pretty much explains it all. You encounter it at level 5, and the only attack it knows is Splash. So what does Splash do? Absolutely nothing! In fact, it doesn't learn another attack until it reaches level 15 when it gains Tackle. And even then, it's tough to use because of Magikarp's crappy stats. The best way to raise it is to send it out and then immediately switch it, similar to what I did with Abra when I first caught it. Now, why on earth would you bother catching a Magikarp, you might ask? If you can somehow raise it to level 20, it evolves into Gyarados, which is one of the greatest Pokemon in the entire game. It is utterly savage, aggressive, and any other word you can find in a thesaurus. It gets a bunch of great moves, its stats increase by a quantum leap, and it can absolutely wreck everything in sight. So the next thing we want to do is we want to enter this house right here, because there's a little girl in here that is willing to trade with us. If we have a Spearow, she will trade it for her Farfetch'd, and I just so happened to catch a Spearow off screen. So let's go ahead and initiate the trade, shall we? It gives us an excuse to watch this trade cutscene. And I had done plenty of trading off screen when I collected all of those Leaf Green exclusive Pokemon for my Pokedex. So this way you sort of get to see what goes on during a trade. And this Farfetch'd's nickname is Chiding. I believe in Red, Blue, and Yellow its name was Dux, D-U-X. So guess what we're going to do with this new Farfetch'd of ours? We're going to head into the Pokemon Center. We're going to go over to the PC right here. And we will promptly deposit Farfetch'd so it is never seen again. Why do I say this? Because Farfetch'd is awful. Don't believe me? Take a look. Farfetch'd is number 83 in the Pokedex. It is a normal and flying type. I once said that there was a certain normal flying Pokemon that I would highly recommend over Pidgey and Spearow. This is not it. As you can see, none of Farfetch'd's stats are above 70. Both of its abilities are completely useless. And you can only obtain Farfetch'd for your Pokedex through this in-game trade. Granted, it does know some interesting moves, but none of them can be used to their full potential because Farfetch'd's stats are awful. It does come carrying a stick which can increase its critical hit ratio, but even that's not enough to save it. All I can say is, where are you, Sword and Shield? Alright, that pretty much takes care of everything we needed to do in Vermilion City. Yes, this is Vermilion City, the port of exquisite sunsets. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see any sunsets. I might as well stop by the Pokemon Center, because I want to pick up a few more items before we head to the next area. Most notably, I want to get 2 more super potions. And I also want to pick up some antidotes, because there's a lot of poison where we're going. And, you know, we might as well pick up some Paralyze heals as well. We're going to need Paralyze heals once we challenge the gym, that's for certain. Don't really need any repels because we aren't going to be fighting any wild Pokemon. Now that we're out of the Pokemart, oh, I almost forgot. There is one other place we need to stop by, and that's right here. This is the Pokemon Fan Club. As you can see, there are Pokemon here, but we want to talk to this guy. This is the Pokemon Fan Club chairman, and he said he had over 100 Pokemon. That's great. I have almost 50, so I'm catching up to you, buddy. We do want to listen to him. He says his favorite Pokemon is Rapidash. I admit it is a rather beautiful Pokemon, although its Galarian form is much prettier. Yeah, he decided to ramble on a little bit, but it's good that we listen to him because he gives us a bike voucher. This bike voucher is going to come in handy later once we return to Vermilion City, that is. But we'll wait to cross that bridge until the time comes. We're going to head on down through the port. This is the port where the SS Anne docks, the luxury cruise liner, and courtesy of Bill, we have an SS ticket. So let's head inside. And we have a really peaceful remix of the SS Anne theme. Hey buddy, what do you have to say? The passengers are restless from this long voyage. You might be challenged by the more bored ones. Yes indeed, there are trainers here, so we'll want to keep on our guard. I think this is a good place to start. There are quite a few items here, and it's going to be difficult for me to skip the majority of these battles. But let's just say that Amber is going to come in tremendously helpful here. Geodude, aka Rasmussen, not as much. Hello, my friend. I'm not from the seas, but your Pokemon are, according to you. This is the first fisherman that we have fought, Fisherman Barney. And it's the first time we've encountered Tentacool, which is a water and poison type. Fishermen tend to use water Pokemon that can be caught with a rod, as you probably have guessed. Tentacool has decent special defense, so it's going to take a few attacks in order for me to bring it down. The annoying thing about Tentacool is that it loves to use Supersonic on you, and we all know how much fun that is. Alright, Tentacool goes down. Since the trainers are spread far apart, it's going to be difficult for me to skip the majority of these battles. But then again, they're not going to take very long at all. I'm going to go ahead and hit this Staryu with the Thunder Shock. After all, if I was able to take out Misty Staryu, yeah, I can take out this one with no issue. Oh, you're going to use Harden. Whatever will I do? Well, thankfully, Amber is a special attacker, so that's really not going to be an issue for us. I guess it was a good thing that I picked up that Hidden Max Ether earlier, because chances are Amber's going to run out of power for Thunder Shock. Ooh, and she's going to learn Slam. I need to think about this one for a second. Slam is a little inaccurate, but it's twice as strong as Quick Attack. So it can hit pretty hard, but I think I'm going to pass on it. I like my moveset the way it is. So now he's going to go for Shelter, another Pokemon we've seen before. Remember, Shelter's strength lies in its physical defense, not its special stats. Pretty good. That was not a difficult fight in the slightest. Amber's going to get a ton of experience from this, and that makes me happy. Because Amber is my lowest leveled Pokemon. Uh-oh, we're going to be walking the plank if we lose. Well, we better win this fight. This is our first sailor that we have encountered. Oh, and he's sending out Machop. Interesting. Sailors, like fishermen, use water Pokemon. But sometimes they'll use Radicate and Machop. Thankfully, since Yulin has evolved and can now attack, one confusion should be more than enough to deal with this thing. This area is one place where both Amber and Yulin will shine, and again, I'm thankful for that because they're my lowest leveled Pokemon. In fact, with Amber growing up to level 20, Yulin right now is my lowest leveled. So is there anything in here, I wonder? Yes, there is. Even us sailors have Pokemon too. Everyone has Pokemon. What are you talking about, buddy? Okay. So you're sending out a Tentacool. Once again, this is where Amber shines. Upon checking Bulbapedia, I realized that I did miss quite a few hidden items while I was in Pewter City. But we're going to come back to Pewter City very soon. Not in this video, but in a future video. And by that point, I'll have the means to find a hidden item as well as know where it is. Or rather have a general idea of where it is. There's also an important item that I need to get in Pewter City regardless. So maybe we'll do that in a future video, I don't know. But one thing I do know is that I need to send in Amber in order to take out this Staryu, because let's face it, Amber is my Staryu killing machine. Now will that level up allow me to take it out in one hit? And no. Gotta give Staryu credit, it does have decent defenses. Alright, one more Thunder Shock. And yeah, that was pretty easy. There are quite a few trainers here on the SSN, so you'll definitely want to pack some healing items. Thank you for saying that I'm not bad, sir. There is also an item behind you. It is TM44, which contains the move Rest. Rest is a rather interesting move. It makes you go to sleep for 2 turns, but in exchange, your HP is fully restored. It's most commonly associated with Snorlax. These Pokemon are all ones we've seen before with the exception of Tentacool. So once again, if you have Pikachu, or if you have Ivysaur, your Bulbasaur really should be an Ivysaur at this point, you're not going to have much difficulty at all. Charmander users, however, yeah, they're going to have some difficulty unless they brought a Pikachu of their own, or a Bellsprout or Oddish, depending on what version you're playing. In all honesty, there's just not very much for me to talk about because, yeah, this is all stuff that we have seen before, so maybe there could be a change of plans. Maybe I might be able to cut a few things. But the thing is, if all of the trainers are clumped together, you can more easily remove that section. But here, they're in separate rooms. Granted, not all rooms have trainers. But, yeah, I'm just running out of things to talk about, and that's never something you should say while you are in the midst of recording. On a side note, I do have to express my frustration at this new software that I'm using. I'm using an entirely different setup from one that I used for Luigi's Mansion, and because of a few bugs that I didn't see coming, the previous file I recorded had gotten corrupted, so I had to start my game from scratch. And that's the reason why Geodude no longer has a nickname. Well, granted, he does have a nickname, Rasmussen, but it's not official yet. I forgot to nickname him when I caught him the second time. Speaking of Rasmussen, he is going to be of tremendous help in the upcoming gym. You might have noticed that a small bush had blocked the way to the gym. We're going to find an item here in the SSN that will help us progress through that bush, or it'll help us clear it, I should say. I'm not too worried about Geodude's nickname because in a future town there will be someone who can change the nicknames of our Pokemon, and once we reach that town, that's when I'll make things right. But back to what I was saying earlier about the Vermilion City gym. It specializes in electric Pokemon, and that's where Rasmussen will really shine. As far as Schneider is concerned, well, he's gonna stand no chance, let's be honest. Oh, hello there. My buddy Machoke is super strong. He has enough strength to move big rocks. Let's check out Machoke. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Really, I want the item in your cabin. A super potion. Is that considered stealing? I kind of wonder if I'm being a little hypocritical since I stopped Team Rocket from looting fossils in Mount Moon earlier. Oh, hello. I am but a solitary traveler. My sole companions and friends are Pokemon I caught on my journeys. Well, you are a new type of trainer that we have not yet encountered. You are a gentleman. Gentleman Thomas. Gentlemen often use Pokemon based on pets, such as Growlithe here. In fact, I believe this is the first time we have encountered a Growlithe. Growlithe is a fire Pokemon, so naturally either Rasmussen or Schneider will be a perfect matchup. Oh, unless it uses Roar. Yeah, Roar is going to be really annoying to deal with. In a wild Pokemon battle, it forces the opponent to run away. But in a trainer battle, it forces the opponent to switch Pokemon. It didn't do that in the original Red, Blue, and Yellow games, and I think that was a change made in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And if so, it was a much needed change. Alright, you're going to send in another Growlithe, are you? Well, that's just fine with me. Growlithe also has Intimidate, which, as you well know, is one of my favorite abilities, period. I don't think I'm going to have time to take on the Vermilion City Gym in this episode. At the very least, I want to clear the SS Anne. So as for the rest of the battles on board this boat, I think I can speed ahead and take them out. Okay, that is it for all of the trainers here. By the way, this NPC right here will allow you to sleep in her bed to fully restore her Pokemon. That's good because I took some damage in those battles. In one of the rooms, I also obtained a TM. And it is, if I can get down to it, yes, TM31, which is Brick Break. Brick Break is a fighting type attack that deals damage and also breaks through barriers, such as Light Screen and Reflect. It's a really useful move, and I'm tempted with a capital T, to teach it to Pikachu. Or Amber, I should say. Remember, it's not Pikachu, it's Amber. Amber doesn't really have any means of taking on rock Pokemon, and Brick Break would be super effective against those rock types. Right here we have a Great Ball. Excellent. We're in the ship's galley, I believe. And inside each of these trash cans is an item for us to collect. We've got a Chesto Berry, which cures sleep. We have a Cherry Berry. I believe that cures paralysis. And a Pecha Berry, which cures poison. We could talk to the chefs here, but they don't really have any interesting bits of info to share with us. All right. We're going to head to the second floor of the cruiser, and we're going to head up again, and then all the way to the left, and check it out. We have some more trainers to deal with. No, I'm not seasick because this boat is not in motion. I don't know what you're talking about. So you have a Machop, and I have a Kadabra, so I'm fairly certain I'm going to win this. Machop's going to use Karate Chop. That's fine. It doesn't deal much damage. This confusion, however, will be a different story. Alright, not too shabby at all, if I do say so myself. Now he's going to send in Tentacool, another Pokemon we've encountered before. Nice! That's what I like to see. Despite Tentacool's special defense, I was able to take it down in one hit. I realize that I am completely over-leveled at this point, but I don't think that's going to last for long. Hey, matey, let's do a little jig! Right then, shall we dance? You have two Pokemon, and again, like your buddy, you lead off with a Machoke. Now, these sailors do have big muscles, but I never understood why they always use Machoke. I guess it's because they want to impress the ladies, so they also need a Pokemon that has buff muscles. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. Alright, not too bad, not too bad at all. Oh, and Amber grew to level 23. Well done. And now he's going to send out Shellder, which is a prime target for Amber, if I do say so myself. I was able to take down one Shellder in one hit. Now let's see if I can make it 2 for 2. Yep, another one-hit KO. Very nice. I am just powering through these trainers. You're right, I am impressive. Do you have anything interesting to say? How many kinds of Pokemon do you think there are in this big world? Well, technically there are 150 Pokemon, although there are more if you count the other regions. In this game, at least. Now they're up to, like, I don't know, 900 or so. Okay, we have more doors for us to go through and more trainers to fight. So, I'll see you in a bit. I believe you have a new Pokemon, if memory serves. I just want to confirm that, Mr. Gentleman Lamar. Well, no, so far you don't. You only have a Growlithe, which we fought before. So we might as well go ahead and switch out to Rasmussen here, aka Geodude, aka Geodude that should be Rasmussen. I'm going to find a unique name for you almost every time that I send you out until I actually do nickname you. That's what I think. Now, I think this guy might have a new Pokemon, as I said earlier, but I don't know for sure. Ah, yes, you do! This is the first time we've encountered Ponyta, which is another fire Pokemon, a very fast fire Pokemon. I should also mention that. Magnitude 6 that might be able to take it out. And it does. Very nice. We're making some real progress here. And Rasmussen grew to level 24. Awesome. I must salute you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Now, there are 2 more doors here. And no trainers in here. I think there might be one in here. No, there isn't. Okay, good. Well, now that everything's been taken care of, I do want to head to the first door in here, because this guy isn't a trainer. He will, however, give us some interesting info. I've journeyed far and wide, but in all my travels, I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. What could that be, I wonder? Okay, I won't spoil it. That is Snorlax, a Pokemon we have yet to encounter, but if you talk to him, its entry will be added in your Pokedex. Now to collect the items I missed the first time around. We found a Stardust, which is an item that can be sold at a high price, and already I can't remember which doors held what. I know for a fact that one of these doors has an item. Yes, it's right here. An X attack. That's one of the many X items that you can use during battle to pump up your stats. Now, I just want to check my... I just need to use a super potion on a couple of my Pokemon. Most notably, Amber, Yulin, and Rasmussen. There we go. And let's give one to Yulin. Cool. Very, very cool. So make sure your Pokemon are healed up, because right here is the way to the captain's cabin. But look who it is!
Bonjour, Red! Imagine seeing you here. Red, were you really invited? So, how's your Pokedex coming? I already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them.
Well, the joke's on you, sucker. I already caught 44 kinds of Pokemon, And your new pose isn't going to help you at all. Mostly because your team is pretty much the same as when we battled last time. In any case, he still leads off with his Pidgeotto. It is at level 19, normal flying type, keen eye for the ability with the moves Tackle, Gust, Sand Attack, and Quick Attack. Exactly the same as it was last time, it's just one level higher. As I said earlier, Blue's team hasn't really changed all that much, so in theory I should be able to take out his Pokemon with no problem at all. And yeah, that Thundershock did quite a bit. Oh, but here come the Sand Attacks, my favorite. And yep, I'm starting to miss. I might as well go ahead and see if Double Team will help. Wow, that Quick Attack actually did a number on me. I think I underestimated how good Pidgeotto really is. So I'm going to use Double Team once more to increase my evasion a little bit. Yes, indeed, I can use cheap tactics as well. Alright, let's hit it with a Thunder Shock. Thank you for being paralyzed. Let's see if we can get rid of you once and for all. Yes, indeed, we do. Alright, one of his Pokemon is down, but... well, actually no, Amber's not really in any danger of going anywhere. Now he's going to send out his Raticate. Radicate is at level 16, normal type, Guts for the ability with the moves Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, and Hyper Fang. Because its ability is Guts, that's going to make it paralyzing Radicate a little risky, because if a Pokemon with Guts is inflicted with a status ailment, then its attack gets a boost. And thankfully Hyper Fang did miss, and that's still as threatening as ever. Stop missing, Amber! Come on! Both Pokemon's attacks missed twice in a row. That's rare. Oh my god, Amber, come on! You're better than this. Wow. Haha! Static! Oh, wait, I forgot. That's bad. Because now its attack is going to get boosted. Thank you for finally hitting Amber. My god. Well, that's it for Amber. She did well, dramatically weakened that Raticate and took out Pidgeotto. But I think I'm going to send in Rasmussen to finish the job. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use Magnitude. Magnitude 9, this is definitely going to KO that Raticate. And indeed it does. Very nice. So, we're each down Pokemon, but I'm down 1 and he's down 2. And Blue's going to send in his Ivysaur. With the help of Yulin, I finally have a way of countering his starter. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally there. Regardless of which starter he has, all of them will now be at their second stage of evolution, and all of them will be at level 20. Ivysaur has Tackle, Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, and Vine Whip. Charmeleon has Scratch, Growl, Ember, and Metal Claw. And Wartortle has Withdraw, Bite, Bubble, and Water Gun. Of the three, I'd say Ivysaur is the most difficult because it's got Sleep Powder. And what makes this even better is Yulin grew to level 21 off screen and learned Psybeam. So let's see how much this does. Oh yeah, that looks sweet. Because remember, Ivysaur is also part Poison type, and Poison types are weak against Psychic attacks, which is why I was able to take that. I was able to take out that Ivysaur in one hit. But now comes the biggest change in Blue's team, because much like myself, he also has a Kadabra. Kadabra is at level 18, Psychic type, synchronized for the ability with the moves Teleport, Confusion, Disable, and Kinesis. I would like to know how his Kadabra already has Kinesis. It's a move that lowers the opponent's accuracy, but it doesn't learn it at level 18. Similarly, his Raticate is underleveled as well. Raticate isn't supposed to evolve until level 20. I know. I've done it. But I can think about that another time, because we've defeated Blue. Good riddance.
At least you're raising your Pokemon. I heard there was a Cutmaster on board. But he was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yup, it'll be handy. You should go see him too. Smell ya.
As humble and modest as ever. Still, he gave us some good info, so let's head up to the captain's cabin. Yeah, don't look in the trash can because there's, well, you know. Alright, this is the captain of the SS Anne, or the Saint Anne as it's known in the anime.
I feel hideous. Seasick. Ooh, thank you. I feel much better now. You want to see my hidden cut technique? I could show you my prized cut technique if I weren't so ill. I know. You can have this hidden machine. Teach cut to your Pokemon, and you can see it cut anytime.
And with that, we receive HM1, which contains cut.
Using cut, you can chop down small trees. Why not try it with the trees around Vermilion City?
HMs work a little bit differently than TMs. TMs can only be used once, but HMs can be used multiple times, and they also have secondary functions that can apply outside of battle. Anyway, now that the captain is all better, we don't really need to be in the SS Anne anymore. There's nothing left for us to do. So, let's leave. And watch as the SS Anne finally leaves port. Obviously, we can't come back to the SS Anne, but there are no real important items, so even if you forgot to battle trainer, or there was an item that you forgot to collect, it's no big deal. Just make sure you grab those TMs, however. But that is it. The ship has set sail, and yeah, there are a lot of rumors about the area where the SS Anne docks, about the truck and how it supposedly was the location of Mew. All those rumors are false. But I think now is a good time to end the video. So next time on Let's Play and Dub Pokemon Fire Red, we are going to cut this tree down and challenge the Vermilion City Gym Leader, Lieutenant Surge, the Lightning American. See you guys next time.